Turkey Hunt Final Days, Central Georgia. William Hovey Smith, 2025.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And we are in the last days of Georgia's turkey season. Me and the Seneca here were out yesterday. 7 hours in a blind, mostly in the rain. And I was hunting a spot where I'd seen 3 tom turkeys before. Nothing showed. Well, if you don't hunt, you don't have any chance at all. So we drove back and the roads were just flowing with water. Right at the moment it is raining, and it will quit in about half an hour. And so we're going out again, and this time we're going to the duck blind, because now I'm thinking that most of the swamp area is flooding, or will be, and so that hogs and turkeys are going to move up to the upland. And when they do, we want to be there ready for it. On the yogurt front, I purchased some Greek yogurt, as you can see, and I'm using that now to make this batch of yogurt that's been vitalized, if you like, with Lactobacillus rudii, as well as being fed on collagen protein made by Vital products. This mix has the advantage of using something I already had. I wasn't going to throw it away. And also gives me a new bacterial species besides the one I'm inoculating with, and uses a product I already have. So I mixed these up and started these 36 hours ago. As you can see from the timer, it has 4 hours to go. And now is when the bacteria are really increasing. The curve is almost like a straight line up a wall now. The numbers are increasing in the millions and billions, actually. So we're doing some good there. We're using a product we already had. Now, what to do with it once you got it? Well, you consume it, of course, but usually mixing with other ingredients such as flaxseed is common, nuts, berries, fresh fruits, preserved fruits that are sugarless, and almost any other thing you can think of. Now you can sweeten it if you like a little with honey, but I frankly find it delicious as it is. Now, Dr. William Davis has some interesting things in his cookbook, which is called Wheat Belly, 30-minute or less cookbook. And in it, he is describing a regime where you use non-wheat and cereal-based products. The reason for all of this is to promote healthy bacteria growing in your gut. And these do all kinds of beneficial things. For one thing, this is a weight loss program. Another, it changes skin conditions. Another, it improves your joints. And yeah, I need all of these. Now, I've only been at this for a very brief time. And I made some batches of muffins using a coffee cup. Well, the first one was edible, but not good. The second one was good, but not as good as it might have been. And we wound up putting applesauce over the top of it to make it really edible. So now we're going to try, instead of a sweet muffin, a savory muffin. And we're going to see how that does. That's not a recipe in his book, but deriving from it, yeah, I think I can do that.
We have a fairly tall cup here. It's fairly thick walled. And the mixture fills the cup a little more than halfway. And it's yellow because it has turmeric in it. So, we shall see. After a 2-minute bake and a 1-minute set, we have a version of a muffin. It's flexible in the cup. It's solid. Yeah, that may well be edible. It turned out of the cup being hot and porous. But yeah, mechanically it's a success. Let's see about taste. And there you have a better view of the recipe. I tried with some Asian spices and flavors, and not to be unexpectedly, that's exactly what I got. I can taste the turmeric. Also, it's a nutmeg in there, a touch of cinnamon. But I would have liked it better, I think, with celery and onions. But the product is physically sound, it's tasty, it's edible. I think I can make a better variant of it, I have no doubt about that. But yeah, structurally, yeah, that will travel. Using AI to make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age is now actually at the printers. And in 7 to 10 days will appear on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and other sources worldwide. Now, if you've enjoyed my stuff, do me a favor. Go to Amazon and buy one of the books. Do an inexpensive ebook if you must. And give me a review on it. Because early reviews make a significant difference to author sales. Also, recommend this to supporting organizations, those who help the homeless, those who help refugees, those who help the temporarily unemployed, and those who assist federal workers who don't know what in the world they're going to do right now, if they've got a job or not got a job, or maybe we'll have a job back, but who knows? Yeah, this encourages people to make their own job so they have their own job security in their own hands. Now we have Henri facing us, and then Helga a little further up, clearer in the sun, deployed in front of our blind over there. Now, blind is not all that terribly obvious right now. Of course, that's ideal. It is a blind after all. That is the newest addition to turkey gear. And that is a Tommy Bahama beach chair. I would never buy such a thing. But somebody threw it away. Obviously, it had been out in the woods and exposed to the weather for some time, and people maybe doubted that that canvas would hold a large person. Well, I'm not a particularly large person. But the problem is that the chair is so low to the ground, I've got every cushion I own, including my turkey vest. And I'm sitting on it to get enough elevation to see over my shooting rail. But we're here, we'll set up, and that chair will just be folded up and left in here. If it rots, all right, no big deal. It cost me nothing, and right now it's of some use. From the point of view of the blind, there's Helga. And Henri is further up, but he's obscured right now. And so hopefully we'll start some calling in a bit, about 15 or 20 minutes, and then see what happens. Well, no luck, guys. I hear another set of thunderstorms starting to move in, so I think I'm going to move out. We haven't heard but one hen down there once. And she said, I am down here and I will stay here and you don't come anywhere close to me. This is what she was saying. She's obviously nesting. So we're going to pull out. Got a couple of appointments tomorrow. We'll try to get back in here if we get a break in the weather. So I'm going to leave some of my stuff in here, but take enough to shoot with, and one of the decoys out. Helga, that hard decoy, makes a good walking stick, as I find out. So we're going to pull out right now, I think. My country intuition was correct. We now have driving rain and hail. So listen to your local guides. If they say it's time to bug out, believe them. On our yogurt front, we are completed. And so we have 2 quarts of very beautiful yogurt there. Nice and stiff, creamy, and thick. We have once more returned to the Tommy Bahama chair in the duck blind. And it lasted the stormy night just fine. And we have got just a few hours to hunt today. I've got to be at an appointment at 4 o'clock. So it is now about 11:15. So that's what we've got. And we're going to make use of the time. I had a conversation earlier today with Dr. George Grant. And Dr. Grant and Dr. William Davis are 2 health gurus who seek to improve people's health by taking them off conventional medications sometimes and working towards solving the root of their problems rather than just treating the symptoms, which conventional meds do. So they advocate so-called natural remedies. Well, there are no unnatural remedies, to tell the truth, unless they're produced with something nuclear that doesn't exist in the real world. But these are extracts of various things produced by various companies. And they are designed for particular problems. And in some cases they seem to work, and in some cases spectacularly well. I remain to be convinced, however, but we're going to try. Both recommend not eating wheat products. Both recommend getting off sugars. Both recommend exercise and daily activities. Dr. Grant is great on breathing, for example. Every hour you're supposed to take 10 deep belly breaths, he calls them. And we went through a device that he has which does a full body scan, it says. Well, it reports 100 pages of materials. Everything from what the brain is doing to do your groin down to your toenails, I think. And it defines what is right and wrong about them. Well, we went through this. You're supposed to read it every day. Supposed to do the breath things every day. Major deficiencies for me, he said, I need to take more vitamin B, 100 milligrams up, well, 1,000 milligrams a day for a while. And also another pill to reduce blood sugar, so that he prescribed. So I'll be adding those to my regime. And ultimately, when my blood level falls sufficiently, to reduce metformin. Take it now, but reduce it and ultimately perhaps eliminate it. Well, we're not there yet. We're battling around 150 or so. No, in urine test. So we've got a ways to go. But I'm already seeing improvements with what I'm doing with Dr. Davis.
and you have seen some of those. For modesty's sake, I'll not show you others. But yeah, I think it's doing some good. But we'll see as we get into it over the coming months or so. It's time for the noon report, and not much is happening. I had one hornet come and fly around a little bit and lit on me a couple of times, decided I wasn't very edible, and took off. But no response to my calling at all in the way of turkeys. Some smaller birds have responded back, but no turkeys. Well, so he said. This call by premise is one of the better of the so-called slate calls, although it's glass. It really has a good resonance and carrying power. Before we leave, we're going to do one predator call and see if there's any coyotes running around or something. Well, that ought to bring tears from a crocodile, but we'll wait a few minutes and then start packing up. The total is I went 14 times. I spent some 43 hours in the woods. We saw 5 tom turkeys. We shot at one and missed. We had one half day where they were calling and going on pretty good, and that was it. And what we're going to do now is our climactic event. Is we have a steel knockdown target here. I need to unload my gun. It's going to be shot at 50 yards. And we will see if this rifle will kill at 50 yards. The power is certainly there, but is the accuracy? I have modified the trigger on this rifle. I have modified the barrel. I have adjusted the sights. But will it shoot to the point of aim at 50 yards or thereabouts? Close enough to kill a turkey? I don't know. It has been loaded for 2 days. Will it fire? Period. It was loaded fresh. So perhaps it will, and perhaps it won't. It has the same cap on it as had for 2 days. We're going to post our target down at 50 yards and see what happens. Our ancient and venerable target is posted. And like everything else this turkey season, we're facing rain. The target was hit to the right. That is where the first shot out of a clean gun has almost always gone. Now I would have had to have aimed at the middle of the body of the turkey to get one into the lung heart area. Still, that's not too terrible, but not good. But at least now I know.
That first shot is always going to shoot right. The vertical axis here is perfect, but that's some 2 inches out. And that's true of the first shot fired from this rifle ever, apparently. Got to aim 2 inches left.
Look and sound familiar? Yeah, it sure is. We just got done.
There is yet hope, for we have 2 more days of turkey season, and I'm going out with a cleaned, targeted gun. This is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, and God bless.